Hi everyone. So it's time for today's connections game. I know you have seen the thumbnail, so you would know what the words of today are. But I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to show you the 16 words of today's puzzle and pause this video and see if you can find four groups of four words. Okay? Then on pause. So let's get started. Today's words are quite interesting because they have so many meanings that they are so powerful and so interesting. One of the most interesting words in English is just, right? Just has so many meanings. Okay. So just maybe in a simplest term is just this is just a suggestion, right? Like you tell your friend something and maybe they get offended and you're like, hey, that was just a suggestion, just, right? Or you're asking somebody to help you, you're asking your friend to help you and they're like, just a minute, just that means a tiny bit. That's what just is, right? That's just, you could just say, then that's just like just, that's kind of a just in that term, right? Just a second, which means a tiny bit, a little bit, that this is, as I said, this is the most elementary level of what just means. But also you could have things like, hey, I'm just human, give me a break, right? Or, you know, I was expecting you to, let's say, you you're trying to teach your dog to like jump through hoops, and your dog is not doing such a great job, and your friend is like, leave it alone. It's just a dog, right? It's just, you know, welcome to my, house. I'm sorry, it's just you know, just a couple of just four walls or something, just again. So that's another thing that you can use with just. It's kind of like just this, just that. Could be a short moment of time, or it could be I'm just, I am a just, like I'm just a simple student, right? That's what just is. Then you can get into another completely different meaning for just, and that's justice, right? To have justice. I am just. Were you cruel to that man? No, I was just. I didn't do anything wrong to that person. But you were this and you did that. No, I didn't. I am just. I am just in that has to do with justice. Just in that has to do with kind, has to do with another word which we will get to here, which is fair, right? Just, which means I am being just. I am not being cruel. I'm not being unkind. I'm simply being just. I'm simply doing the right thing. So that's another meaning for the word just. Okay. Then, so that's just. Then another amazing word in this, which is so cool, is fair. Now, fair has so many different meanings. Each of them is just like so different, right? So, fair, it could be I am I am being fair, which is exactly like that just, right? Hey, that's not fair, right? So, by the way, okay, let's go back to just. remember, this is all about equitable, right? These are the words that from a point of view of the game connections, just also means equitable, right? It's just, it's equitable. So that's another meaning, which kind of goes with the justice thing. But anyways, fair, I'm being fair, right? I'm not being cruel. I'm not doing something wrong. I'm being fair to you, right? I'm not doing something against you. This is fair, right? I don't know, you partner with somebody and your partner gives you 30%, not, 80%, and you're like, hey, what is going on? Why are you not being, giving me more money or giving me more shares? And it's like, this is fair. And that means that I am being fair to you. I'm being just to you. I am not wronging you. I am not doing something against you. I'm being fair. And then we have other words like, you have when you get an Uber, you pay the fare, right? So that's also fair. You're using the same fare there, right? So fare, like for what's the fare? What's the amount of money? That's the fee for a service. That's also fair, right? So fare, that's one fare, and then this is another fare. And there is even, the fair trade. This is a fair trade. I am giving you my car, you were giving me your 3 bicycles or something or whatever. Something that's pretty dumb, but I have another bridge that I'm going to give you. But no, honestly, I have a fare. Sorry, not I have a fare. I have a car, and it's only fair that you give me 2 of your motorcycles to me for that. That's fair. So that's fair. That's also means to pay. Pay for the fare. Did you pay your fare? And then fair also can mean some kind of a fairgrounds. That means that it's like very amusement parks. That's a fairgrounds, like, or you go to a fair, or where you can go to a car fair, or you can go to bus fare. Bus fare is something that you pay the bus. That's your bus fare. But if you go to a car fair, that car fair means that you're going somewhere where there's lots of cars, an exhibition of cars. That's also a fair. But also fair can mean having like a fair-haired person, kind of be like a bright blue-eyed. That's a fair-haired person. So that's another fair, right? And that's not all there is to fair. Fair has so many different meanings, and of course, again, it's also fair, equitable, the same as just is. Then the next word we have is even, which is another crazy word with so many meanings, right? So I made dinner for you, even even though I don't really like you, even, right? That's even. Like that means, I am doing this even though, like it's the opposite of something, right? That's even. Or, uh, I knew that this wasn't the right thing. Even then, I still helped you. Even, like it's kind of like something is happening. I'm still doing something on the opposite of that. Okay. Even. But then also you could say, in terms of being equitable, being just, that's even. Okay, so that's even. So you're like, okay, so let's say somebody does a favor for you, and then you do the favor back to them, and then you're even, right? So like now we're even. Okay, you saved my, you gave me money last week, and now I'm paying you back. We are even. That's another even, right? So that's another meaning for even, which is, as you can see, is pretty different from everything else. Then we have the phrase or the type of number which are odd and even. So numbers can be odd, like 1, 3, 5, 7. Those are odd, or even 2, 4, 6, 8. Right? That's another meaning. That's another meaning for even. And then you can have even for a flat surface. That's even, right? That flat surface is even. So that's another meaning. So this is why this connections game is so hard, because when you see the word even, fair, just, each one of them can have like 6 different meanings. And you have no idea how to connect them, where to go with them, right? And then the last word, which is equal, which is kind of like, okay, equal. That's the sort of the most straightforward word for what we have here, because even, as I said, has so many meanings. Fair has so many meanings. Equal has so many meanings. Sorry, not equal. Just has so many meanings. Fair has so many meanings. Even has so many meanings. Equal, not many. And they're all just, fair, even, equal. They're all about equitable, which is the grouping in the connections thing. And the thing is that I'm hoping in these videos you're getting to see the richness of English language and how easy it is to confuse things, and how easy it is that for you to know just like one meaning of just, or two meaning of just, or three meanings of just, or four. Like just has so many meanings, right? Just a minute, you probably know that. But did you know that being just is also something else? And then because of that, English is a tricky, poetic language with a lot of possibilities. So you could just say, I am just human. What does that mean? That means that I am only. So just there only means, it means only, just. I'm just human. Like I'm not, I'm not a machine. I'm not a dog. I'm just human. But then you can say, I'm a just human, which just there. So at that point, just was just a minute, only a minute, right? Just. That's only. That's, I think it's an adverb or something. And then, but then when you say just, what is just there? That just is an adjective. I'm just human. Just. This is just. This is equitable. And this is actually what the puzzle wants you to do, is going with the adjective. Because as I said, fair is also an adjective, right? That's fair. Okay, that's equitable. That's correct. That's just. But also fair could be bus fare, or could be, car fare, which is you have lots of cars. And then even is kind of like, it doesn't have that sort of the same way that you have an adverb and an adjective. Actually, it does. I'm sorry, it does. Because something can be even, which is an adjective, even Stephen, right? That's an expression. At some point, I'll start talking to you about expressions, or you guys can comment and tell me what you want to see about what expressions, or what. Maybe the best thing is for you guys to start commenting at what perplexes you about English, and what you want me to talk about. And then I can kind of target that. But so even that's like, could be, again, I don't know, an adverb or something. But then it's also, this is even. That is, so that's an adjective. And I guess that's why equal is less complicated or less tricky, because equal just means it's an adjective of being equal. Whereas, it doesn't, it's not, equal just means to equate, to mean the same thing as something. Anyways, I hope you learned something. Please share, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Talk about this channel. Comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.